A very good morning, students. Let us start with the new chapter, chapter number 9, last phase of struggle for independence. So far, we have studied about civil disobedience movement. In that, we saw how the three roundtable conferences were held, but how they were unsuccessful. So, in this chapter, we are going to talk about the Act of 1935, Provincial Cabinet, work of the Congress, Cripps Mission, resignation of the Congress Minister, Quit India Movement, Quit India Resolution. Let's begin. The Act of 1935. The Act of 1935 provided for the formation of a federation of the British administered provinces and the Indian princely states. According to this Act, the working of British administered provinces will be transferred to the Indian representative. Now, when this Act was signed, the Act of 1935, what they decided? They decided that this federation, that is administration, will be transferred to the Indian representatives. So it will be given to the Indians. On joining the federation, the princely states would lose their autonomy. Now there were some princely states. Now for whom we call princely states? The states which are ruled by the prince. राजा जो रूल करते दो स्टेट्स आर नोन एज प्रिंसली स्टेट्स. सो यदि अगर ये फेडरेशन ज्वाइन करते हैं दिस इफ दे ज्वाइन दिस एक्ट, इफ दे एक्सेप्ट दिस एक्ट ऑफ 1935, दे विल लूज देयर ऑटोनॉमी. ऑटोनॉमी मीन्स देयर राइट. दे विल नॉट हैव एनी मोर लाइक अपॉर्चुनिटी टू रूल. फिर उनसे वो हक निकल जाएगा रूल करने का. प्रिंस as the rulers of the princely state refused to join the federation, the act could not be brought into practice. So the princely states, the prince थे princely states के, they refused, they did not join, because अगर ये join करते तो फिर उनका right चला जाएगा to rule the princely states. So they refused to join, and that is the reason this did not came into practice, this act of 1935. And what was this act? That administration would be transferred to the Indian representatives. Next comes provisional cabinet. Although not satisfied with the Act of 1935, Congress contested elections to the 11th provincial legislature in 1937. Though they were not satisfied, they were not happy, but still elections लड़े गए in 11 provincial legislature में, 11 provinces में, 11 areas में. The Indian National Congress gained majority in 8 provinces. So 8 जगह से वो चुनकर आए, चुनाव जीते 8 एरिया से. 11 में इलेक्शन लड़े, 11 में से 8 में वो चुनकर आए. एंड मिक्स कैबिनेट रिमेनिंग दो लाइक 9, 10, 11 जो भी 3 एरियाज बाकी थे, देयर मिक्स कैबिनेट वॉज फॉर्म्ड इन रिमेनिंग 3 provinces. Work of Congress. Useful and constructive work by the Congress ministers included release. What work they did once they got elected in the elections. फिर उसके बाद उन्होंने क्या काम किया? Release of political prisoners. जो भी political prisoners जेल में थे उनको release करवाया. Introduction of basic education. Measures for improving condition of the Dalits. Now we have seen who are Dalits. Separate electorates were taken by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. So उनके लिए condition उनका बुरा है, जो भी है उनको अच्छा करना. Passing of act giving debt relief. debt मतलब कर्ज बाजार हुए थे farmers. We have seen from beginning. So passing act giving debt relief. फिर उनको थोड़ा सा concession देके थोड़ा थोड़ा करके भरना. This all things was there. Prohibition of the liquor, alcohol जो है that was being banned. Cripps Mission. Now who is Cripps Mission? During the Second World War, England supported America against Japan. So England ने अमेरिका को सपोर्ट किया था जापान के खिलाफ लड़ाई करने के लिए. Who? During Second World War, England supported America. The Japanese forces came closer to the eastern border of India. So slowly Japan started coming closer to the boundaries of the eastern India. The cooperation of India became necessary for the England to resist the Japanese invasion of India. So यहाँ पे किसकी मदद लगी इंग्लैंड को? इंडियंस की, to stop them from entering the India. So the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill sent Sir Stafford Cripps to India in March 1942. तो इंग्लैंड को अभी प्रोटेक्शन चाहिए. So what did British Prime Minister did? He sent, who was British Prime Minister? Winston Churchill sent Sir Stafford Cripps into India in 1942 March Cripps proposal was rejected by the Congress. सो ब्रिटिश लोगों ने इसको इनको भेजा लाइक सर स्टेफर्ड स्क्रिप्स को, बट उसमें क्लियर मेंशन नहीं था कुछ भी कि उनको पूर्ण स्वराज मिलेगा कि नहीं इंडियंस को. सो दे रिजेक्टेड जो भी प्रपोजल किया था, जो भी दे टोल्ड दे वी डिड नॉट एक्सेप्टेड, कांग्रेस डिड नॉट एक्सेप्टेड and Muslim League also rejected it as there was no mention for the creation of Pakistan. तो उन्होंने मुस्लिम्स को सेपरेट पाकिस्तान, तो वहाँ भी वो भी मेंशन नहीं किया था एग्रीमेंट में, जो भी एग्रीमेंट होने वाली थी दे डिड नॉट मेंशन इट इन, एंड दैट इज द रीज़न व्हाट हैपेंड स्टूडेंट. सो दे रिजेक्टेड दिस क्रिप्स मिशन ऑल्सो. Now resignation of Congress ministers. Some Congress minister resign. इस्तीफ़ा देना. वाइसरॉय लॉर्ड Linlithgow that is declared 1939 the India joined the Second World War on the side of England. तो उन्होंने डिक्लेयर कर दिया कि that they have joined. So what did they declare? That England had joined hands with the side of England without consulting Indian leaders. तो उन्होंने ऐसा आरोप लगाया, they declared that इंडियंस ने इंग्लैंड को हेल्प किया, इंडियन कांग्रेस को लीडर्स को बिना पूछे, विदाउट द कंसल्टिंग इंडियन लीडर्स. सो ऐसा आरोप लगाया गया. इंग्लैंड क्लेम दैट it was fighting for save the democracy in Europe. Thereupon the Congress demanded that if this claim was true, then England should immediately grant independence to India. As England did not accept this demand, Congress provincial ministers resigned in November 1939. So what happened here? British Viceroy ने उनको क्या declare किया? That India has helped England. They declared that without consulting द इंडियन लीडर्स, मतलब उन्होंने इंडियन लीडर्स की परमिशन नहीं ली. इंडियंस ने, जिन इंडियंस ने हेल्प किया इंग्लैंड को, तो उन्होंने हेल्प परमिशन नहीं लिया. दे डिड नॉट कंसल्ट द इंडियन लीडर्स एंड दैट इज़ द रीज़न दे गॉट एंग्री एंड दे टोल्ड अगर ये सच है, ये जो आरोप लगाया है, अगर इफ दिस इज ट्रू, देन द इंग्लैंड्स हैव टू इमीडिएटली ग्रांट अस इंडिपेंडेंस. But they did not accept, and therefore the Congress provincial ministers resigned. Quit India movement. Quit means Chodo Bharat. Indian National Congress has decided to start an intense movement for attaining independence. On 14 July 1942, the Congress Working Committee passed the Quit India resolution at Varda. Quit India means Chodo Bharat. This was the last step now to throw out the British administration. The resolution demanded the end of the British rule and granting independence to India. So this was made last. Quit India means now anyhow they have to leave India. Quit India means Chodo Bharat. It also warned the British government of non-violent struggle for India's independence. So उन्होंने उनको ताकीद किया, warn किया, if they don't leave now, we will start the non-violence movement struggle again. Quit India resolution. Quit India session began at Gowalia Tank, that is August Kranti Maidan. Maidan, it's a ground in Mumbai on 7th August 1942. So Quit India session, where it began? At Gowalia Tank in August Kranti Maidan. So Maulana Abul Kalam Azad presided over this session. So he was the president, he took forth. The resolution passed at Varda was finally approved in Mumbai session. So this Quit India resolution was passed. Now this was the final stage. They have to leave India now, Chodo Bharat, and this was accepted in Mumbai session also. Quit India resolution moved by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was passed on 8th August with an overwhelming majority. So मेजोरिटी से वो जीत के आए, बहुमत से जीत के आए. दे एक्सेप्टेड द रेजोल्यूशन, दैट इज क्विट इंडिया, एंड एक्सेप्टेड. कांग्रेस डिसाइडेड टू लॉन्च अ नेशन वाइड नॉन वायलेंट मूवमेंट अंडर द लीडरशिप ऑफ महात्मा गांधी. गांधी जी मेड इंस्पायरिंग अपील टू द पब्लिक to be ready to sacrifice, do or die, karo ya maro. This was the last statement given by Gandhi ji, and they started the Quit India movement that we'll be studying in the upcoming chapter. And remaining part will be continued next. So we are going to talk about more in detail about Quit India, that will be studying in Armed Revolution movement. What happened? Quit India movement again means Chodo Bharat. They decided now they have to leave India and go now. So this was the last resolution passed and everyone accepted with the majority.